116 Hotline.
It's Sadie.
It's Satana, and welcome back to 116 Hotline. If this is your first time here, hello. And if this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything, okay? What's going on in our lives?
What's the hot tea? What's, the depressing thing that's going on? What's controversial?
Now let's just jump into it, okay?
Let's jump right into the deep end right now, sister.
Today is Sunday, January 19th in real time. Typically when we film these a couple of weeks ahead in advance.
Yeah.
Today's not one of those days, okay? Because I think the whole world is mourning over the fact that we lost TikTok.
Here, sis, let me get you some tissues real quick. Everything reminds me of TikTok. But you know what is crazy though? Because if I really think about it, on my way here this morning to your house, I'm like, I've had a feeling we're probably going to talk about this just because, it's like something that needs to be talked about and they're wise.
Period.
And like a lot of people are like, it's just TikTok. Y'all cannot be crashing out over an app right now. It's
apparently you weren't one of the 170 million Americans that were using the app.
Exactly. Okay. The people that get it, right? And like I'm laughing so that I won't cry like you too. But then like it's like I think it's like I lost what I was gonna say.
The community
that we built and essentially like because for me personally I started using TikTok around like 2020 2021 literally COVID year.
Yes, right? So yes,
around that time too, not just because of the COVID and whatever, but in my personal life I was going through some transformations, right? And it was like kind of like I felt like just core memories, and it kind of really it played a huge part of like my life back then, and self-growth and how it built me to be who I am today. And even something stupid and as small as like the audio, my very first audio I was seeing, that was like it brought me back to the moment where when I was like stuck in the house bored. Stuck in the house bored. See, you know what I mean? And
references, okay?
You want to get that? So it's like it really brought me back to like that moment of who I was at the time as a person, and I'm like, wow, like I've come so far, and it was really a truly growing like a few years in the past, like what 5 years now. I mean, for me actually, because I started TikTok around like 2020 2021, whereas I heard that TikTok has been around since 2016.
Yeah, like
17,
as musically
yeah. So it's just a lot, man. Like it's deeper than that. And if you don't get it, then I guess that's a privilege if you don't get it.
Yes,
you know what I'm
saying?
Like
CapCut too, and then I don't know. For me, it's just like it's almost like a breakup with a boyfriend.
No,
like a toxic ex for like the past 5 years. Because I'm like, TikTok was a place for us to come during COVID. Like we bonded over that. We bonded over, like news that you could get right at your fingertips, unfiltered, where it's like it's not being fed to you in an edited way. It's raw, real. People from the other side of the world being able to tell their stories. Like, I don't know, just the authenticity of it and the no filter part of it, I'm going to miss. And I hope that, even after they can figure it all out, that it can stay the same. But I have a really, really like big feeling that it's not going to be the same.
I agree.
Once it comes back.
I haven't really read much into it, but then I saw something about like, is it possible for somebody to buy it or whatever? Like if it's a sellow, it's never going to be the same. Mm-mm. It's never going to be as authentic.
Just like Instagram, when they sold to Facebook.
And Twitter, which is now X. So weird. It's just never going to be the same. And it's like, I also saw somewhere where they wanted somebody to, like buy it out or something like that. But then people in the comments were like, no, like I'd rather just have it like take it away for good. Like we are not going to, go down to that level where we're not going to be a sellout type of situation. And then something else I was going to say earlier, that
Shein.
Well, no, before that, within our podcast, if you really look back to this, we have a lot of references that
to TikTok
refers back to TikTok. We get a lot of our resources and a lot of our moment of silence for TikTok.
In the arms of an angel.
There's a little like RIP. But it's so crazy, man. Like I'm telling you, because we have a lot of references and that refers back to TikTok. We get a lot of our resources from TikTok. Like, and not just.
I don't even use Google anymore. Me and Nolly were talking about that the other day. We don't even use Google
to TikTok. Literally,
TikTok is our search engine now.
I'm telling you.
How do I make a protein bagel?
I know.
How do I get better at Gel X?
It's crazy because I think it's because like TikTok, because it's a video, right? So it's like a lot of visual and like audio, auditory and everything. So like for the human person and brain to like get it instantly, it's so easy and it's so much more aesthetically and visually pleasing. You know, you can just see it right there and you can like learn it like that. And not just that, but then like honestly, a lot of deep things in life in general I've learned through TikTok, like even educational stuff. Like,
you know, one thing I'm gonna miss, Hope Core. Yeah, did you ever see Hope Core videos?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, if you tell me what it is, I might
so it's basically where like the audio is talking. It's like I don't want to be angry anymore. I just want to be a happy person. And it's like the caption. It's like the caption is saying word by word with like pretty pictures in the background and then like Hope Core music, like light happy music. I'll show you.
Okay. I probably have seen it. I just didn't know that was the name of it. Like that's just crazy. And like I say, you know, I mean, I'm not on TikTok like on the business side of things, but then I know some people are. So let's dabble into that real quickly. Yeah, because that's like I know that's the part that's gonna hurt. That's the part that's gonna hurt, sister. And I just can't even imagine. Well, honestly, my little black fanny pack that I have, the same one that you have, I bought. Blow your nose real quick.
You guys, I've been fucking depressed about this shit.
Honestly,
I've been literally mourning her since I knew that this day was gonna come.
It's really not like, it's really, like I said, it's really deeper than just an app. It's so much deeper than that.
Day would come.
And like it's like, and that's why we are here, to explain why we feel this way, and it's more than just an app.
It's more than just an app. And okay, it's like, to be for real, like the tea. Let's clock that tea.
Clock that tea, sis.
It's just all a politics game, and I'm tired of living in a world where it's just a politics game. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this.
We are being played like a fiddle, like all of us right now.
Okay, jump.
No, seriously. I hate it. If you want your family to be alive, jump. Dead ass. Like, and it's crazy.
Wait, our podcast videos. No.
I didn't even think about our podcast videos on TikTok. Oh,
wait, I'm crashing out real time.
Crashing out. I'm about to crash out. Slow me down.
I'm really depressed about this.
Holy crap! I totally forgot about that.
Fuck.
Do you know? Okay, so literally,
shit.
I remember.
Fuck shit, bitch. Look, 8 minutes into this episode, and I'm already crashing out, guys. Okay. I feel very strongly about this because, number one, like I was saying, it's all a freaking politics play. That's all this is, okay?
Oh, hang on.
That's all this is.
Let's dabble into that, okay? The politics type of situation from it, like side of it. So, obviously, ASMR. ADHD crushing all crazy, unhinged.
I, in fact, do have ADHD.
the politics side of it.
See, TikTok helped me figure that out.
TikTok.
The politics.
TikTok.
Remember that? Let's go back to bed, Grandma. TikTok.
Grandpa, what was TikTok? Don't you talk about it. I love that freaking movie, dude.
It's so funny, but like,
it's like
that's the only way we have to do.
This is how we
dark
cope.
humor.
This is how we cope. That's
our whole generation.
Like literally millennials, especially Gen Z, yeah, whatever. Like, but sorry. I love Gen Z. Y'all little kids will learn one day. We've been through this. We went through Vine era. We went through Tumblr era, and we were younger back then. At least our generation. So it didn't really affect us back then. It did. But now it's like our entire like adulthood, like we grew from this. Pop culture. We grew up with TikTok, and it hits so hard. But really quickly back into the politics side.
Yes,
like you said,
tap into that.
Let's tap into that real quick. Let's unpack that. So a lot of people are saying that, first of all, and it's the obvious, and I know everybody knows this, but then it's like some people, it does not click in for them, right? If the government can really go through all the 3 branches just to go and ban one app, when there's millions of things out there that are like way worse that's happening in America right now, then This does not make sense. Like, it make
It's
sense.
not clicking, Steven.
What's not clicking, Steven? AKA from TikTok.
Yeah.
No, but like, there's like the dark web. Like,
the audio of that guy where he's like, "Am I still loving you?"
and I love how we can use the audio for like anything to make it freaking funny. So ugly. It's funny, like,
But that's true.
you know what I mean?
Why not ban the dark web? Why not? It's suspicious. It's suspicious. Suspicious.
Dumb.
It makes you think. It makes you think. It makes you think. It really does.
And okay, essentially, they're like, oh, we don't want China to have our data to be.
The U.S. already does that.
The U.S. has our data.
I get an email every other week. This company, sorry, your information has been compromised. Do you know how many of those USPS text messages I have in my phone?
Oh my gosh, me too.
That means that your information has been compromised.
If you have a cell phone, if you have any internet access at all at your home, your data and your information is already out there. We have a social security system.
Guys.
They know everything. And not just that.
I'm crashing.
Not just that, but then when you, Shein, Temu,
Temu.
Temu.
Come on! Everything we have is made in China, okay?
Everything. Your Jordans are made from China. Amazon are from China.
Oh! Not the J's on my feet.
J's on my feet. I'm gonna go there because I wear J's too, and everything comes from China. They own us.
It's xenophobia.
Literally. No.
I'm crashing out real time.
Oh god, we're crashing out. We're about to crack this screen right now. But
It's xenophobia.
That's
xenophobia. This is the mother
is.
definition of xenophobia, and that's literally okay. The government. Oh my god! Don't get me started.
Say it with your chest, girl.
Because okay, I used to not be a conspiracy theorist, but
it's the freaking like statistics are right here.
But do you know what it is? It's like, what is happening while all this is going on? What's going on behind the scenes?
It's a cover up.
Because as this is happening, right? You have someone that's going to come into office.
Literally,
and you know what somebody said? Somebody said, "I know what I want. I know why I want to keep TikTok, but why does he want to keep TikTok?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's suspicious."
That's highly.
I don't know, y'all, but all I'm saying is that TikTok is so vital. And what I feel like really, like, I'm sorry for crashing out. I literally just like am processing this in real time because it literally just happened yesterday. It was supposed to happen today, Sunday, the 19th, but then no, it happened early yesterday on the 18th. And I was just scrolling and just. And it popped up this error right here, and I just cannot. I didn't even get to say bye. I didn't even get to properly brain rot scroll. I didn't even get. No. Look what you did to me.
Look what you've done.
The U.S. government, right now, go protest.
No, seriously.
Riot. No, I'm just kidding. Don't riot.
Don't riot.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful. Ooh, we love that. Speaking of that, because Martin Luther King Jr.'s day is tomorrow. Respect, peace.
You know what somebody said?
Peace.
Let's tap this into here. We should have been inaugurating our first female black president, but no. What are we doing? Banning TikTok.
Dang, that's a big L.
You know what somebody said?
It hurts.
He would be upset. He would be upset right now.
Ooh, that got me under my skin. Coming from a person of color, man, that would have freaking flexed so hard. But you know what? We ain't gonna talk about politics. We ain't gonna bring it here because everybody,
I'm gonna spiral.
is different. But then the whole TikTok.
Okay, but
eventually,
I'm really, really sad because there's a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs,
so many
that use TikTok as a platform. Okay, not only that, but in the influencer creator realm, from my POV, it's female dominant.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, that's the one thing that you want to try to take away from us.
I know.
That's the one thing.
Like, we can't have anything nice. First of all, we can't even like have rights over our own bodies, right? Already, you want
to have a baby? You don't want to have a baby? Oh, we're gonna take that option away from you.
We're gonna, get in your business, even though it's not our bodies. That's a story for another day. Don't get me there. Don't get me there.
But it's like, come on. At the root core of it, it's all politics.
It is. It's all about how the government can control us.
I don't appreciate that.
It's the way how they can control us because they know
170 million Americans. Can you believe that?
And so many freaking businesses.
And the petition that got to over 1 million signatures to stop the ban on TikTok. And that meant nothing. 1 million signatures is not easy to get.
It just really proves that, it doesn't matter what our voices don't matter. Essentially, at the end of the day, that's a hard pill to swallow. Let's swallow it.
But you know what? This came, like, I feel like as I get older and we go through elections and we go through all these things, come to realize that it really depends on who you vote for locally. Get involved in your freaking elections. Know who your representatives are. Do they actually represent you? Do they actually care about the same things you care about? Like, I think to me, it's made me become more aware of how my part in politics work. That really, if you don't show up, these people are out here making decisions for you
and your legacy, your future, your kids,
and for your communities. Get involved in your local community and in your local politics, because it really, at the end of the day, when you talk about people in Washington, people at the Washington DC, it's like those are people from your state. That are representing you. Yes,
exactly. Like it all starts off from within your local area that can get to the state level or the country level essentially, and it's just and
when someone says something like the government should be working for the people, not the other way around. And that's true. That's how it should be, because you get elected because of the people, not because the other way around.
And this is supposed to be the country that supposed to run from the people, like you said. But then
being on Red Note, Xianghoshu, which is the new app we all go into, the Chinese, it's so cool to see the insight from the Chinese. From the Chinese people, because it's you guys think you're free, but really you think you're free, but then you're really not. And it's just okay, that's true.
We try to flex that we are free and all that, but then in reality,
honey,
we have a lot of crap that we have to cover up and wipe our own.
You know what someone said? It's like the Truman Show. It's we really think that
I've heard of that. What is that? What's the Truman Show?
So basically, it's a movie with Jim Carrey in it, and it's basically
I've heard. Yeah, okay.
It's him living his life, but then really in reality, he's an actor in a show, and everybody else knows that it's a show except for him. Have you ever seen the show Jury Duty?
No.
Jury Duty show? You must have seen it on TikTok where he went into jury duty and everybody was a real actor except for him. He was.
That's the movie of it?
So it's let's say I'm living through my life and everybody else is an actor except me, and I don't know that it's a show.
What the heck? That's insane. Ooh, that's creepy. It's called The Truman Show?
Yeah, it has Jim Carrey. It's so good.
I love Jim Carrey. I have to go watch that. I've heard of it. I just haven't really watched it yet.
It's so good. Yeah.
And there it is.
So that's basically what it is. It's you don't know that there's people pulling strings. I don't know. It's
but then I feel as we get older, we look more into things, like you said, conspiracy theories. They're they're theories for a reason, right? You can't just make this up. You have your resource, and you've been just proof and all that, right? Just to come and make it up. And I do agree that I see it clearly now.
It ignites a fire.
Yes, we are being controlled, puppeteered. They're literally we're puppets. And I've seen and I've heard movies, and they made a bunch of movies and books about that before. So I really read into it, and I'm it's a real thing.
That's one thing I like about getting older is you're starting to see through the BS.
They sit at the top and they're just watching us.
Yeah,
they're watching Hunger Games. What is that called? Divergent. TikTok.
But no, it really makes me sad. I am sad to lose the community. It's you have other apps. I have vlogs I'm doing now on YouTube, and going to Instagram and using Red Note and all that. But it's
it's not the same.
I think because we all grew together on that app together, through COVID, through all the BS, through all the protesting, through everything. That was one reliable place where I was if I want real-time information, I don't even look at the news anymore. I will go to that app.
Or you can go straight to the app and you can find the people that are on the same boat as you, or they your community where they agree with you on things, and you can just debrief with random people that you don't even know from across the country
that have meaningful conversations with.
Yes, and that's the craziest thing. Even looking at the comments sometimes, whether if it's a super real crazy political thing happening, or if it's just something as simple as a movie, you can see the comments. You can make comments with people that you don't even complete strangers, but you guys have some kind of connection for a common thing, and that you guys have in common, and you guys can just build some kind of relationship and bond through that. that. And for me, the biggest thing for me with TikTok is it's a lot of like just comedy that really, it would make me laugh until I cry. And that's the thing where I will miss the most, like even the comments and everything. That's like, that was a true like getaway for me, you know, like you said,
an escape.
It's
literally like a third place, because since COVID, you know, we've been like trained to just stay indoors because of like, you know, not wanting to get COVID and all that stuff. So it's like we're a lot more social in person these days, and that's why the internet is our third space, because it's literally like, where do we go to socialize? On the internet, on TikTok, you know, that's where we find comedy, that's where and it's just like, everybody, no matter where you are, you can unplug and just go on TikTok and just forget about what's going on in reality, just for a little bit. You know,
exactly. It plays but it honestly truly played a huge part in our lives, and it's not just anybody, you know, because like, I mean, and whether you were on it or not, but especially the people that were on it, like,
but even people that didn't make videos, that were just on it to just that's what I'm talking. That's why there's people, because they literally can just watch it for entertainment, or for news,
or for information. Like, I'm telling you, I learned so much from TikTok videos and like educational things, not just even funny stupid things, like, you know, because like for Vine it was just like random literal brain rot.
I never really got into Vine.
Really? I was on Vine. Vine was like right after Tumblr for me, and I was on Vine like religiously, and it was hilarious, and I just didn't realize that one day it was gone, because I kind of stopped and then went into Instagram. But then like, so it was kind of like a Vine thing, but then TikTok was like very, very highly educational on everything. And I feel like another thing too, with the government taking it away, is because they say that on TikTok it's like a woke app. Like, we know too much. All the information that we're getting from them, it's too like, too much information.
They can't filter it.
You can't filter it at all. Exactly, like you said.
Maybe that's what I want.
Exactly.
Tell me what's going on.
Take my data. I don't care. I want to know this information. It's good for me, you know, like,
because what aren't the news people telling you? I don't want to be fed stuff that is like filtered and edited. It's like, no, give it to me raw. Next question. See?
Yeah. Aaron, that's Mufasa.
I know. Danny was like, "Why are they saying that?" I was like, "Oh,
you get it now?"
Yes.
Leslie sent me one of them too, because like, you know, the stupid like edit where you can do where you're like actually moving with it. The girl was dancing
in the front, so you don't see.
And then there was an edit where they literally made him into the Mufasa person dancing. I gotta send it to you. It was freaking hilarious. But oh my gosh, like everything, like stupid little references. We get all of our information. Brain rot, good brain rot too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like good stuff, and that makes and there's a lot of things I've seen on there that just really reminded me, that makes me feel human again. And that's the emotional part of it, because I remember seeing somebody's comment too, where they've come across videos where it's like for like algorithm, like you said, right?
It's literally for you
page, where they feel like so like depressed, but then like they come upon like a page that says, you know, there's more to life. Like, it really changed. Like, it has saved lives. Like, believe it or not.
Literally, like, you can be like, it's just okay, bitch. Well, then that wasn't meant for you. The fuck, like,
right? So good for you. Like that. Like I said, that's a privilege. If you're like, oh, it's just TikTok, blah blah blah. Like, good for you. You're privileged to, you know, have not, you know, maybe privileged and unprivileged, because I mean, the people that
be connected that well, like, obviously you weren't one of the 170 million, but
and again, like I said, those people are just probably like, it's an app, like, get over it. Like, no, it's not just an app, it's more than that, and you wouldn't understand.
If you're on Facebook watching reels, it's literally a TikTok.
That's what it is. All of these come from a TikTok.
If you're on Instagram watching reels, it's a TikTok. Comes from TikTok. If you're on YouTube watching shorts, it's a TikTok. Okay, like,
it's the main source.
It just recycled. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like,
literally,
people want to shit on TikTok and be like, it's just an app, it's just a dancing app, whatever. No, I'm sorry. There's so many businesses that was able to start and be strong small businesses because of TikTok.
I read it somewhere. You know, Keith Lee. Freaking love Keith Lee.
I know, I saw his video.
He's changed lives,
literally,
of small businesses, locally owned like businesses all over the place in the United States. He has saved all of their lives to, like, you know, make them go viral again, and to make to give them businesses. He's one of the main reasons why I went to Las Vegas, just so I can go and try that cheesecake from that little just that little what's that called, a little food truck, because it went viral, and I wanted to try it so bad. So yeah, we went to Vegas for like a concert and everything, but my main reason was like, I needed to go to that food truck. I wanted to try it, you know, like, it makes a huge difference. Like,
it does, and like, I really hope that they can work out, but then again, like, I really foresee that if it does come back, it's not going to be the same.
And you know, I saw a meme just the other day on Facebook, yesterday on Facebook with, you know, Dwight from The Office. There's a line that he says in there over something. He said that, will I ever get over it? No. And then the bottom he says, but life goes on. And I'm like, shoot, that hits, because I'm like, it's true though, you know, like life goes on. And I mean, like, you know, but this is one that hurts. It does hurt.
It does. I mean? And I think it's because, like, if you think about it, it's been since COVID. It's almost been 6 years.
Almost 6 years.
That's crazy. Since everybody has, like, collectively been on it. Like,
yes, as a whole.
It makes my stomach hurt, because I really feel for the people that was able to make money off of it.
Can we dabble into that? Because you're someone coming from that side, that point of view, where you have actually, you know, experienced, like, businesses from that side. So how do you...
I feel really, like... No, like, because monetizing off of it, it's like, yeah, it depends on your views and stuff like that, but I think just the community part, like, that was where your like, that's where I first had my biggest community and biggest following, is like everybody collectively shared one thing with me, and that's why I was able to find my community. And so just being able to, like, use that as my, I don't know, my business, and to go about platform, like, it's cool, because at the touch of a finger, like, you connect with people that are also going through something similar as you. And the crazy
thing is that these are strangers from all over the world.
Yeah, and not even local people. I mean, like, some local, but then, like, yeah, they all live, you know, in different places of the world, in different states and all that stuff. And I don't know, it really affects you, because it's just like, okay, so what am I going to use now to connect to all those people?
Yes.
They're not going to all transfer. They're not. Nope. It just never works.
Right.
Because what platform works for them may not work for all these other platforms that are trying to do the similar thing. And it sucks, because it's like these small businesses and entrepreneurs were not taken into account when they were making this decision.
At all.
And, like, even when they went to the Supreme Court to try to, like, appeal it and talk about it, they're like, you know, it's like infringing on your freedom of speech, and they determined that it wasn't. But it's like,
it literally went against the Constitution.
Is. It's like, this is just a platform, but then, like, you have so many things behind it, like, you don't understand. You could say the same thing about Facebook. You could say the same thing about X. Like, you know, if you want to get to the nitty gritty, like, I just hate it. It's literally just about mom and dad is fighting, and so now we're just gonna take away the freaking iPad so that the kids don't fight. That's literally what it is, and I hate that.
They're literally taking away.
It makes me frustrated, because I know a lot of people personally that have businesses or are entrepreneurs that make money off of TikTok or use it as the biggest platform,
and or that's like their literal, like, income.
Yes.
So, you know, their little state of income.
What are they gonna, like, I know people are like, they can go get a job. That's not the point. They had a job before.
Yes.
Or they do have a job and they're doing it as part-time. Like, you don't understand. Majority of the people on the app that do monetize off TikTok, most of them are part-timers. Like, they have a full-time gig and then they do that part-time to get a little extra income.
Yeah. Just to make it by.
Exactly, because in this economy, if you're not working a part-time hustle or 2 part-time hustles and your main job, like, you can barely survive.
Barely make it by. I saw somewhere where somebody said that, a video of a lady saying that they're hurting themselves in America as a whole, because a lot of
the economy,
like, a lot of promotions comes from TikTok, right? Like, ads. The viral stuff and ads. And like so, for example, like the Sleepy Girl mocktail, or like when they had like that viral pasta or salmon bowl, whatever. When you go to the store, they're out of stock. From these items because of TikTok, you know. So it's like, you guys didn't really think this one through.
And I wonder how they're gonna, the repercussions of it economically, because I know how much money goes into TikTok. When I reference stuff, I'm like, I bought off TikTok.
Yeah,
I bought it because someone on TikTok.
Yes.
And it's like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do about the economy? What, like, the market? I don't know. Is it gonna crash? I don't know, because I'm like, it funnels so much money into the economy that I don't know what the implications of that is. So for me, it's like, yeah, I feel like entrepreneurs and business owners were not taken into account when they were talking about the ban, and it's
they're
like
the ones that get hurt the most.
It's like all these freaking people in Congress, they don't know crap.
No.
And you guys, again, it starts locally. Like, get involved, because these people that are making decisions on both sides of the aisle, they're literally coming from your local areas. And And like, I'm disappointed in myself for not like paying attention when it happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When it happened earlier, when we could have done something about it.
Right. Because they've been talking about this for a while, right? I remember like,
yeah, but it was like, oh yeah, it's not gonna happen. But it's like,
it was in the talks.
They ended up appealing it. That's why I went to the Supreme Court.
Which is freaking insane. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, I still don't understand. Like, over an app, when we have like school shootings, we have child pornography, we have like, you know, like burglars,
so many bad things,
so many crazy things. The crime rate in America is at an all-time high, and yet we're worried about, oh, we're gonna take away an app. The only place where people get to go and have an escape, or like just to learn something, like something educational or something, you know what I mean? Like, that just is baffling to me, and I will never understand.
Okay, you know what I have to talk about is people that want to knock on TikTok and be like, I don't want to support the Chinese, that's why I don't download TikTok. Okay, hun, but if you're on Facebook watching a reel, babe, that's a TikTok.
It's exactly what a TikTok is.
It's a friggin' TikTok.
They just don't even like, they don't even want to like bother into like digging into it, like, you know, because like I said, if you have Shein, if you have Amazon, if you have Temu, if you have any of those, sis and bro, your stuff is already like, everybody knows our data anyway.
Exactly.
Everybody. We all know each other's data.
That's why I'm like, take my social. This is already leaked.
Like you said, we get those random text messages all the time. USPS trying to like trick us and trying to like scam us every single day.
That means that your data has been leaked, which is all of us. Okay, yeah.
If you have a cell phone line at all, your data is already leaked.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, we like literally like we are being.
It's
controlled.
a normal occurrence.
Exactly.
Like. Right, like again, like I said, it's a political.
We get random phone calls all the time, like spam phone calls all the time. That's exactly what it is. There's no difference there, honey. Like, it's, and if I can, you know, have that and, you know, entertain myself a little bit with some videos, then yeah, sure, go ahead, take my data. I don't care at this point. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But
it doesn't.
I don't know.
It's unfair. I feel like we're being grounded for something we didn't do.
I swear, grounded. We can never have anything nice. We can never have anything nice. Like, and it's just, it sucks. Like, I don't know.
It's literally, you know, for people that are feeling like how we're feeling, just know your feelings are valid. Okay.
Yes.
Like, it is okay to mourn something that you felt like was a safe space,
very personally connected to.
Yes, like, it's okay. And if people don't understand it because it's an app, like, okay, it's not meant for them, like,
right, it's not meant for them.
But you know, for a lot of people that really truly find it as like an escape or find it for entertainment or whatever, like, your feelings are valid.
Yes.
And don't let people make you feel like it's not a valid feeling.
It was really affecting me yesterday because I knew it was coming. I heard about like, oh no, it's like not even midnight. We don't even have to midnight anymore. So I got home right from like dinner with my family, and I was like in my bedroom, and I was literally like scrubbing, trying to save all of my drafts first of all. And like, people were texting me. My aunt was texting me. I'm like, I'm not gonna reply to that right now. I don't have time. My mom came and I'm like, Mom, not right now. I need to save my videos real quickly before it's gone forever. And I didn't even get the chance to save all of them. But the other day I did kind of scroll as far as I can, and on my actual page, and I saved most of the good ones that I had. And I'm like, damn, like, the watermark's not on there anymore. And I'm like in the good videos that I spent all of my time making into it, looking back at it, I'm like, again, like, it draws you back into the time when that happened. And you're like, okay, this was a good memory. Like, it was meaningful to me. I remember who I was around this time. It's stuff like that. It's, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, people that don't get it, then it's not for you, and that's fine. Like, move along. You don't have to, you know, like, shit on us. You know,
I didn't. So for me, I was the opposite. I knew that it was gonna go down because I heard that, you know, the partners that were with TikTok, they were like, hey, they told us that at 8 p.m. it's gonna go down. Like, it's not tomorrow anymore.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like, crap.
Crazy.
So I didn't even download any of my videos because I'm like, for me, I just feel like, I don't know. It's just like, what I've done is what I've done there. And it's like, it's just like a hard goodbye, but it's like still unfair. And like, I don't know, just like I was just trying to doom scroll to enjoy it because I was like,
the last few moments,
it's gonna disappear anyways.
I saw a last few of them, of like some big creators on there with their like, what is it, farewell videos, and I'm like, every single one I saw, I was like, oh my god, this is so sad. I'm like, I'm emotional. Like, why am I emotional? Because we, like you said, essentially we all like grew together from, you know, those times, and like, they like pretty much they helped us through a dark time, you know, in the world. And you know, we just all literally grew together. And it's just like after all these years, I'm like, dang, we really are saying goodbye. Like you said, and a lot of people were saying that it's like it feels like your last year in high school and you never know, you know, it's coming and you don't want it to end, but eventually you all have to move on and you're not going to see each other again, or maybe later or whatever. But at the same time, it's just it's an emotional time, and it can really affect people, especially the ones like you said that they really, you know, financially depend on it.
Yeah,
I
feel really bad for those businesses. Like
that's a lot of
like
businesses.
That's their sole
they put
income.
Their whole entire like, you know, blood, sweat, and tears.
Because I know so many small businesses that open because of the support they got on TikTok.
Yes.
And I don't know what they're gonna do. Just like that, you know, the video I was eating the wax candies. They got their following through TikTok.
Like that's how they become viral and they get their business through that.
Yeah.
I have my number one fanny pack that I still use to this day, the black one that you have that has like a whole bunch. I got that from TikTok.
Yeah.
I got a lot of like my you know, just like makeup and stuff from TikTok. Like a lot of things that you just you will never ever think of. I'm like, what? Like
some of my skincare products I got from TikTok.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, but you know what?
My heart is heavy. I literally feel like it's unfair.
It is so unfair.
It's unfair, and like now is the time to stand up, use your freaking voice, use your platform, like go get involved in your local politics. Ask them, like, you know, what are they really doing? Do they actually even really care for you? Do they believe the same things you believe? Like, I don't know. It's just all like a power play, and it's stupid. And
I think it really goes into like that, like you said, like it's supposed to be the people, right? From the people, like our voices are supposed to be heard. And a lot of people I know, like they're kind of like, okay, like the majority are going to do this anyway, so my voice doesn't matter. Why am I going to do it, right? And when it comes, like for example, the voting thing, I'm not going to vote because majority of people where I live locally are going to vote for this person, blah blah blah. So it's not going to matter. But it really does.
Well, it does start locally, and like even like for us, for our town that we live in, like we have an election that's coming up in the beginning of February, and it's for like a city council, and I'm planning on going out there and freaking sharing the word, because I'm like, people probably don't even know this is going on.
Yeah.
We just need more involvement in what is going on, because if you don't involve yourself or educate yourself, you're really going to not have a voice if you don't do your part to try and get involved.
Rules are just going to be set and you're just going to have to follow it, which you know, like
that's why I'm like, even if I don't have a voice, at least I tried. At least I could say that I tried.
At least you can say that you tried.
At least I could say I use my platform. At least I could say I use my voice. Whoever will listen to me, like you will never look stupid from trying. And if you do, like, then like you've done what you could do.
Exactly. Like you said, I think it's at least you tried, and at least you tried to put your voice out there and to make it known that you owe that to yourself.
Yeah.
At least that's what you owe to yourself. Rather than, like, I know a lot of people that they rather sit back and just watch or whatever and go with the flow. Like, if that's your cup of tea and whatever, but then, like, eventually in the future, if it really starts affecting your family, you can go back and say, well, dang, like, why is it doing that? Because it's because you have control over that. You can start somewhere, even though it can be a long fight and a long battle, but you have to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, now that we're older, we have like all of these rights. We have all of these rights,
responsibilities, and I think just like
you gotta use it.
Our role to society as a whole, like we need to play our part.
We really need to play
and educate ourselves on what's going on behind the scenes, because this is just like what's on the surface.
Yeah, it's like the tip of the iceberg.
Yes,
this is literally just the tip of the iceberg.
You liked Wicked? This is Wicked, honey, in real life.
Literally Wicked in real life, bro. Like
you
all
liked
these movies
Wicked,
and
no
all
matter
of these
what
messages.
Yeah. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, if you liked Wicked, this is Wicked happening right now. The wizard, he's trying to kill the animals, aka us, and the platforms. No, okay,
literally taking our voices away, like how he was taking the animals. Okay, no, stupid. We're so stupid before this. We should be comedians, but no, for real. Like
they're they're
literally taking this is like you said, the tip of the iceberg. This is surface level right now. Everything else behind it and underneath it, surface level, it's coming, and we better be ready for it.
And it's dirty.
It's gonna be chaotic. Something
we're crashing out.
Changed.
Okay, all I'm saying is F you to the government. F you to the government, not F you to the Congress people that decided together to ban this for the sake of, what's it called? National security.
national security. Yeah,
bullshit.
It's
That's
such
bullshit.
National
and
security.
if you disagree, well, tap in. If you disagree, then let me know in the comments. Tap in.
Let's come on, run up.
Tap in. What is up? Because no, it's at this point.
Let's talk about it.
At this age, I could see right through it. It's a come on.
Be for real. Be so for real. Like, let's.
You say it's national security, but yet all these presidents and all these Congress people have TikTok pages. Like, be for real right now.
I know. Make it make sense. They're contradicting themselves. Like, they have
are.
no.
But that's what politicians are good at. They're good at putting on a facade.
No,
they're good at acting. They're good at being the wizard. They're good at putting on a show, even though they have no real magic.
Literal wizard. Like, that's Oz, right? Like, dead ass. All of the freaking presidents are Oz.
Yep.
They play Oz.
All the Congress people, y'all are all
and
Oz.
We need to be
Aussians.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are Aussians where they believe it because they feed into it. But you know what? People like us are the woke ones.
Yeah.
We're the alpha buzz. We're the alpha buzz and the people that stand behind alpha buzz. And we need to unite and get together. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that it sounds like a movie, but because it really is a movie. Like our life right now.
Movies aren't just made like that,
right?
For no reason. There's an underlying some connection.
Exactly.
Hello. Like life imitates art. Okay, people.
Yes, and when will you get it through your head? Like, wake up. We're woke over here.
No wizard that there is or was. Okay, period. No government that there is or was.
That on that shirt. I need to watch.
I don't care who judges me off this episode because I'm literally in crash out mode. Because it is true. It affects
that's crazy, bro.
It affects our everyday life, and if you don't believe that, then you obviously. I know you lying because even when I worked at my old job, there was people that was older than me that was on TikTok a lot. Mm-hmm. So I know you lying.
Oh yeah. I know so many people that are like higher, than me in positions or whatever. They get a lot of their information from TikTok too.
Even some resources. Even the boomers.
Oh, 100%.
Girl, they're on that app.
A lot of the boomers too. Yeah, and they would hate to admit it, but no,
it's part of their everyday. It's part of their livelihood. I know.
Just like you said, like a Facebook and all that, like any like social media app or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you get all of your information through that and you depend on it. I know
exactly.
There's not very many people now that.
Where are we going to go now? I'm not going to I can't act like that on Facebook.
I know exactly.
I can't act like that on Instagram Reels. Like, yes, Instagram Reels is starting to be more not so put together, but that's just because we don't have TikTok. TikTok.
Did you hear that? I guess Instagram kind of changed out their layouts or whatever, and I'm like,
don't piss me off right now. It's all.
I heard about that.
I told you it's all a freaking like political play because now
slowly trying to I
don't know.
Yeah. And then the playing going back and forth like, the President Trump is going to try to save it. Oh, the Congress are having thoughts. Like, why are you playing with our emotions right now?
You guys are all the ones who started it.
Exactly. Like y'all are going against each other when you started this. Like this could have been prevented. I don't understand why y'all messing with the people, mind you, okay? And it's just like I feel like it's a lot, and this year going forward, and tomorrow is that big day too, which shall not be named or whatever. But you know what? Other than Martin Luther King's Day, respect RIP. But okay, but
it is tomorrow, isn't it?
Exactly. And thank goodness I don't have work because I don't know.
I think there's a Martin Luther King parade.
There is actually. There is. I remember hearing about it. We should go to
it.
Maybe what time is tomorrow?
I don't know. I'll look. We can look at it.
Okay, I want to go because somebody at my work actually asked if I wanted to go because we're in this little group thing too. But no, I just feel like it's gonna be a lot, and we have to brace ourselves for whatever's coming, And
it's like the waters are rumbling.
Yes, like this is the calm.
I don't know what
the storm
is happening, but it's
just brace yourself economically and just like real life, like you just have to brace yourself and be very cautious and be careful and
please educate yourself on what's going on, because this is literally just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. Like Maddie Purse. Don't worry, this is just the beginning. It's a lot. And the funny thing is, like you said, back in the past, we have these type of situations that are coming up. At least we had TikTok to go and debrief and to just to as an escape and yap about and talk about, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm like you said, it's different on other apps. I can't really talk about these type of things on Facebook.
You see, now I'm on Redno and I'm like, we're all escaping there because it's like our safe space. Like, guys, I'm really sad that TikTok's gone. And it's like, there's I don't know. It really feels like breaking up with a boyfriend that you've been with forever, and you're like, I want to go back to him.
I know, but it's just
everything reminds me of him.
Oh, it's crazy.
There's a big old hole in my heart now.
It's crazy, man. It's like literally like I'm never gonna forget about this. It's a lot, but
I feel like they just like turn the switch off.
no, seriously,
Like turn it back on. Just somebody just turn
like
it
they
back
just pull the
on.
plug.
Yeah,
they literally just pull the plug, and now we're like, yeah, it's over.
I think personally that once they get everything figured out and fixed, like everything's gonna literally be. I think it's just like a switch. They're just gonna turn everything back on, and everything's gonna be exactly where it was. But I'm scared it's not gonna be the same. I know it's not gonna be the same.
I have a
because
feeling
then that means that they would have sold it.
Exactly, they would have sold it, and I have a big feeling that it really isn't. It's not going to be exactly the same. It's not going to feel as authentic anymore. You know what I mean? Like whether they try to make it like the same again or not, or I don't know. It's just like with this big of an impact that it has, impacted on us, like put on us already. It's not going to be the same anymore. Just
Yeah,
like
I
a
agree.
real life relationship. Like if somebody has done you wrong, where you had already walked away and you already closed the door behind that. When you go back in, it's not going to be exactly
That's
the
kind
same
of how I
ever
feel
again.
like, because like even people on Red Note, like I'm getting more comfortable over there now,
Right.
And like I'm getting more used to the idea of, okay, I'm gonna have to post on other platforms now, and so like even if like I was already not spending time on TikTok as much anymore because of that, so now I'm like I don't know.
It's crazy, dude. I haven't really been on Red Note as much yet, but I know that I will eventually because it's similar, right? It's similar, and of course it's a foreign country one. But then, like, I mean, at this point, who cares? I grew up watching Chinese movies and everything anyway. So
Well, you have all these like companies that are actually moving to Red Note.
I can see that all of the like
social media
managers and the big influencers and everything, like they have slowly started moving their businesses over there, and essentially that place they've been so welcoming, like they've been so welcoming, and they don't want any confrontations. They're just
They
like,
don't.
hey, welcome.
Or even
like,
if they do act like they're mad, it's like literally a joke.
Yeah, and I love that. You know what I mean? That's so.
And I don't know, it's just, I don't know, for me, like me and Sadie are Hmong, and that's where our origins are, so I'm like, I'm just going back to the motherland.
We're getting back in touch with our roots.
Like literally trying to learn how to speak Mandarin.
我们亲
我们精精彩我是小镇哭起来
I freaking love that song, dude. And I love it whenever all those other people be singing. It's so good. But I mean, like, like it's just like a little escape at the end of the day.
I feel really
honestly.
sad. Like
sad.
it's literally like going to a funeral. It's literally
It's a
like
sad day.
mourning.
I said that yesterday because I remember you said that to me. So yesterday I was telling you Lisa song when I was with the baby. I was like, so tomorrow I'm going to a funeral, and they're like, oh, really? Who? I'm like, TikTok, and they're like, oh gosh. I'm like, and they didn't even know about it. Lisa was like, is it really getting taken down? I'm like, yeah, by tomorrow. And then like when I got home, I'm like, ooh, what's happening?
I literally put on my Instagram, don't bother me, I'm in mourning. Literally, I'm not going to be posting. I'm not going to be, and rightfully so. It is well within my rights because of my connection I made on there that I need some space to, that's what Danny's like, are you really going to cry? I'm like, if I really think about it, I really might cry because of the
community that you built on there.
Life-changing, I don't know. It's crazy.
It was life-changing.
It was.
It literally, for you, it was life-changing. And all of the, like you said, the community that you've built within yourself and your own problems that, people really came together to support you. And, like, that's a lot. And just to get that stripped away, because, like you said, no other platform is going to have all of those exact same people that will connect with you and understand with you on that level of whatever situation that was around that time. Yeah. And it's just, like, it really is deep. It can get really deep if you really think about it. But people don't see that.
Because I met Tara through TikTok.
I saw
like so many people that I met through TikTok that I know locally or just like over the internet world that I'm just like I never would have met if it wasn't for TikTok. The
thing that I'll miss the most too is whenever I travel, if I want to travel anywhere, I go straight to TikTok for resources, like for recommendations, and that's like my number one thing. That's how the audios, the audios to make that, and just like like the places that I can go suggestions, and it was like it was amazing and accurate. Every time in the past 5 years I've been traveling, I've been going to TikTok for that as a main resource, and it's been amazing. And now I guess I can do Instagram, but it's just not the same. You know what I mean? It's just not the same.
I think just Instagram overall, like you just have to be prepared to be very perfected. It has to be perfect. It has has to be clean. But I'm like, I don't give a crap anymore. There's no TikTok. You're gonna see what I post. If it's ugly, if it's not curated perfectly to fit the new rectangle feed, I don't care. I'm posting it, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
It's so, and I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the thing about TikTok. It was just so raw and unfiltered, like you said. Like it took anybody as it is.
Yeah,
as it should. You know. We can go on and on about it, but
I'm really depressed. Not that I'm depressed. I'm in mourning.
Yeah,
like I'm really sad about this.
Like your heart is heavy for real.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
I honestly didn't think it would affect me that much, but as
me either.
Right?
Yes.
I like whenever in the past few weeks, the last week I was hearing about
like
it.
We're looking forward. We're already expecting
it. Yeah, you know what's coming, and
it's like you're getting fired. They're like, guys, the company's shutting down.
The company's shutting down. Type of like you're like it's inevitable at this time. Yeah. At this point, you're like it's coming, so you're trying to join the last bits of it, and then you're like, so I started feeling it. I was like, okay. It's the last day, whatever. And then whenever I saw that, it's actually about 8 p.m. tonight. I'm like, huh? So I was at home and I'm like, oh God, like it's really hitting. I'm like, oh gosh, like there's no more. And the point whenever you keep clicking back on it, it won't open anymore. I was like, shoot, it won't load. I was like, well, the first part that hit me was whenever I was scrolling and the comments said something went wrong. There's no comments at all. And the comments are the core for me. Yeah. I go mainly for the comments because that's where we connect with random people. And the comment sections is what really literally will turn my whole entire day around. Like literally. And I couldn't see the comments. I'm like, this is it's the start of it. It's the start of it. I was like,
I know. When I started seeing 0 comments, I was like, it's begun.
It has
begun.
But you know what?
We'll get through it.
We've learned a lot from it.
And this just goes to show that you need to be more involved in your local politics. Like, even if you don't want to hear that, it's literally about politics.
Everything is politics.
Get involved, dude. Educate yourself. R.I.P. TikTok.
R.I.P.
Hopefully it comes back. Hopefully everything will just be like, boop, we just turn off the lights for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, and we'll figure it out together. But let us know your thoughts. How do you feel about the TikTok ban? Yeah. I'm really curious to see if a lot of people use TikTok. Because I know a lot of people personally that use TikTok, but I don't know if like the overall population. How many?
Oh, I'm sure.
Use it.
You know, and how it has affected you. Do you agree with us or do you disagree with us? Whatever. Let's hear it. Let's
just unpack it.
Let's have a conversation and see
what your viewpoints are. Like if you think that what we talked about, if it aligns with how you're feeling or if it doesn't, like I want to know your POV.
Right, exactly. As always,
we upload a new episode every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find us at 116th Hotline on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
I totally forgot.
You can't find us on TikTok anywhere because
that one hit. It has not hit me until just now. Holy crap! It hasn't really hit me until just now when we talked about this.
Everywhere you can find us at 116th Hotline. Everywhere, okay? Just look it up. 116th Hotline. Please. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's a solemn week, but it's okay. We'll get through it together.
We will see you next week. Bye.